I've checked in the ward.
Hello.
Anything?
Just a... Yeah.
What's this?
Right.
A major disaster. Plenty of multiple lacerations.
We've lost a baby.
Oh. Has anybody got today's papers?
We lost a baby, Rex.
Yes.
They're checking everyone leaving the building.
Well, I don't see what all the fuss is about. It's usually the same thing.
What?
Somebody's probably taken it.
Oh, my God!
Some sad, mousy bint with mad cow disease has taken it into her head to go baby snatching, when she'd do better to go into Curry's and ask them if they stock a small pink piddling machine. Nothing to get steamed up about. Unless you're the doctor responsible.
We have an overspill from maternity. It was in the side ward with the other one the last time I looked.
Oh, it's a good thing when we can laugh at others' misfortunes, isn't it?
Mrs. Layton is asking if she can see her baby.
Isn't Kate or Michael around?
Dr. Brooke, get security. They've stopped a woman carrying a baby at the main entrance.
Oh, thank God.
They'll be over in a minute.
Right. You go and tell her it's on the way. I'll call up.
All right, everyone. Panic over.
What's happening?
False alarm.
Hi there.
Are you speaking to me?
Kate.
Only it's so hard to tell since I swallowed that serum and became invisible.
Kate, I can explain.
I don't need you to explain.
Why not?
A man is taken up by aliens in a UFO who strap him to a table and force him to have sex with a creature, half ironing board, half jelly. That's something that has to be explained. You taking someone to a ball and spending 3 consecutive dances with a doe-eyed anorexic whose buttocks are wired up to jiggle up and down during a foxtrot is something that doesn't need to be explained.
She's just some nurse. I didn't even know her name.
Dances with wolves?
If you hadn't have stalked off in a huff...
A huff? I've never been in a huff in all my life. And what do you mean stalked?
She was on her own. She's just been transferred here. I was just giving her some advice.
Oh, yes. Ask Dr. Jimson, the new service for the lonely and extremely large-breasted. How foolish of me.
Where are you going?
I'm stalking off in a huff. Can't you see?
Yes, that's right. It's all off. Yeah, well, don't hold your breath. Bye-bye.
Any sign of the baby yet?
Is this who you're looking for?
Oh, Holy Mary!
What is all this?
It's all right. Last week he brought me a mouse. You can go home. Hello.
Michael, I've just lost a baby.
How?
I was going to do the standard hearing test. I only left the ward for a moment. One of the cots was empty.
That'll probably turn up.
Probably. She's asking for it. She's expecting to see a baby at any minute.
We'll show her one.
What?
Well, there's one left, isn't there?
Yes, but it's not hers.
Phil, what did you look like when you were a baby?
Oh, I don't know. The same as everybody looks when they're a...
You see? Just give her a quick look and we'll carry on searching. It could be worse.
It's worse.
Where is she?
Passed by the side entrance a minute ago.
Electric fences must have failed. Just another day here at Jurassic Park.
That's only the half of it. You're just gonna love who she's got with her.
And this is the reception area. The colour we selected after extensive psychiatric research. This particular hue was found to cause a profound sense of well-being in rats.
Oh.
And this is where the sick people wait. And here's one of our doctors, Dr. Jimson. He's our,
Senior Registrar. How do you do?
May I introduce Anthony Bolt? He's a journalist. He's working on...
Yes, I know. I'm very pleased to meet you. We all read your enthralling piece on the Chiswick General Hospital. Clowns with stethoscopes.
Oh, you saw that, did you?
Yes, it was even more interesting than your previous major opus. Chimps in white coats could do better.
Thank you very much.
The management team have invited Anthony Bolt to see the inner workings of a new trust hospital.
Oh, that was a good idea.
Perhaps I could have a look inside your ward.
Well, of course you can.
Why don't you stay here? I think you'll find it gives you a profound sense of well-being.
Dr. Jimson, I'm sure you've got things you should be getting on with.
Yes, I've just admitted an acute case of kidney stones and I have to put a rubber chicken down my trousers, if you'll excuse me.
Of course. Nurse, my editor may try and reach me. Could you let me know if Donald Wilson calls? Not anyone else, just Donald Wilson.
Isn't this the paper that had that story a couple of weeks ago? Bimbos in black stockings dispense dangerous drugs.
That's right. You won't lose that, will you, dear? Which way is the ward?
Through here.
Thank you, nurse.
Thank you, Dick Brain.
Hang on.
The ward.
Oh, no. He could fry Phil's testicles and serve them up in a tapas bar.
Oh, Dr. Brooke, are you going into the ward?
Yes.
May I introduce Anthony Bolt? He's a journalist.
Yes, he's quite famous in hospitals.
How do you do?
Oh, excellent. Well, may I leave him in your capable hands? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to draw some very big diagrams for the group meeting.
You were going into the ward?
Yes.
Mrs. Layton's in bed 4, Dr. Brooke.
Mrs. Layton, here's your bed.
Something wrong, Doctor?
No?
Is he all right?
Perhaps you shouldn't hold him for a while.
Well, why not?
He's a bit pale. Maybe I should
Won't
take
I
him...
have my baby, please? Hello, darling. Hello.
I'm sorry, I thought I brought you the wrong baby.
Oh, you mean, no, my husband's wife.
Doctor,
Yes.
can I have my baby, please?
What?
Only seeing that little one there. Can I have him? Just for a little while.
What's the problem?
Nothing. I wonder if I can have that one back. We need to run a few routine tests.
But you've only just brought him.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go, do
The thing is,
Here
though...
we are, Mrs. Layton. I just took him off for some routine tests.
Where did you get that, Kate?
From the side ward, why?
What is going on here, exactly?
This is Anthony Bolt. He's a journalist.
Oh, yes. The man who wrote featherbrained female doctors would be better off polishing their nails.
Excuse me, I don't
May
understand.
I? I think I know what's happened here. Oh, yes, I've misread the label. How incredibly foolish of me. This is Mrs. London's baby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What a silly doctor. Here we are.
Well, that's all sorted out then.
Good.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry, I just took him off for some routine tests. Mrs. Layton, your baby. I'm sorry, my mistake. It must be your baby. Anyone care for a baby?
In the free healthcare market, our users have the right to have access to all information necessary to exercise their right of choice.
Yeah. Is that why we have to endure that vindictive, sensation-seeking hack?
What do you mean?
Well, everyone in the profession knows him, Diana. All he's looking for is lurid scandals to give the public their self-righteous hot flush over their morning bran flakes.
The only ones who need fear are the incompetents, the fools, and the skivers.
Exactly, Dr. Regis, and that is why I have given him unlimited access to our files.
What? Have you gone insane?
The public has rights.
The public has too many rights. Have you ever seen the public? They're disgusting, lazy morons. They call out a doctor to wipe their bottom if they thought they had the right.
We have nothing to hide. Have we?
Diana, we have to deal with tens of thousands of patients every year. It's inevitable mix-ups occur from time to time. Take this morning.
What happened this morning?
I lost a baby.
What?
It's all right. There's a perfectly rational explanation. Phil forgot to warn the nurses he was leaving the side ward unattended, and I took the baby off for some postnatal hearing tests. I spoke to Dr. Jimson on other matters, the mother asked for her child, and then stupidity took over.
Oh, thank you, Miss Iscariot. What would you have done? Said to the mother, I'm sorry, we're a little short on babies this morning. Can you make do with this dolly wrapped in a dishcloth?
Well, I wouldn't have told a junior doctor to deceive a patient.
If you weren't so obsessed with other people's morals, this whole thing could have been avoided.
Well, if certain other people had morals in the first place, this whole thing could have been avoided.
I didn't even know her name!
Please. Do I have to remind us of our little talk last week? We are a team. A team. Dependent on each other. If a mistake should occur, you're all equally to blame.
What do you mean, we're all equally to blame?
Well, obviously I had nothing to do with it.
You're at the top!
It's just a chart.
It's all my fault.
No, Phil, you can't be held responsible. Dr. Jimson is clearly in the wrong.
I didn't fail to report something to the relevant person because of an irrational obsession with another matter.
There is nothing irrational about my obsession!
Please, let me remind you. We cannot let our personal feelings for each other influence situations at work.
I wasn't even there.
Oh, shut up, Dr. Regis.
What if he finds out what happened this morning?
It doesn't matter, Phil. There are far worse things than that he could dig up.
Well, exactly. What do you mean, far worse? What things?
Just things.
Why don't I know about these things?
You don't want to know.
But aren't you supposed to keep reports?
Well, of course we keep reports, but they're not for anybody to see. They're for files.
Any one of us in this room could point him to a file that could drop any one of the others right in it. Isn't that right?
So he can't just find these things?
He wouldn't know where to look.
Oh, well, there you have it then. All we have to do is remember that we are a team and we have absolutely nothing to fear from him. Right. Well, if anyone wants to know where I am, I'm in a meeting. A very long meeting. All day.
Thanks for your inspiration, Diana.
All this is just a lot of weak-willed defeatism. It's going to take more than some jumped-up hack who can barely string two breasts together to cause trouble on my firm.
You don't know these creeps. They have a way of seeing through people. They work on every little weakness. Greed, resentment, fear, jealousy, carelessness.
My God, we don't stand a chance.
There's only one thing that will see us through. We have to make a solemn promise, here and now, that whatever he says, whatever he threatens, however much he charms, we will not give him any information. Right. On the table.
Oh, no, this is a pretty shabby trick.
What is this?
Weren't you ever a student?
Yes, so what?
Well, you sit up on the table and cross your legs like this.
Why?
Come on, come on. Now, the headdress.
Well, can't we dispense with all this?
You know the rules, Rex.
Oh, what am I supposed to do?
Just follow us.
Oh, Hippocrates, god of the doctors, we meet in fellowship in your presence. We make before you this solemn promise.
Well, I am a member of the Royal College of Surgeons, and I refuse to go any further with this nonsense.
Remember the files, Rex.
Which hand is it?
Right hand. Right hand.
But you can't be serious.
Right hand. We hereby make this solemn promise in your presence, Hippocrates, that we are bound together by this oath of fellowship, and that we shall not divulge any adverse information concerning our fellows, whatsoever coercion may be placed upon us. And so we all do swear.
And so we all do
That's it, we
swear.
all do swear.
Now, we seal the promise.
No, they've all gone to some sort of meeting. Probably some dry as ditchwater discussion. God knows what they're up to in there. Hold on.
Right. I want the x-rays for this renal calculi case admitted this morning brought to me at once. I'm going to perform an immediate operation to remove the kidney stones.
Does Michael know about this?
Look, just do it, Doctor.
Look, I'll get back to you. Clear inside 4 and 5. This is going to be a walkover.
Is that adolescent ceremony really supposed to mean anything?
Surely you did that when you were a student, late at night, when you were all drunk.
Well, most female students when I was young had some scatterbrain girly notion that we were there to study.
What do you prefer, Diana's flip chart or that? Come on. You thought it was cute.
No,
You did?
I didn't.
Well, at least it was human.
It did have a certain romantic resonance.
Did it?
If you think I've forgiven you, you're wrong.
I didn't even know her name!
But you did sleep with her.
Of course I didn't.
I don't believe you.
I solemnly swear that I did not swear.
I might believe you.
Have you finished with that file from the wall, renal calculi? What do you think? Renal pelvic stones?
Oh, I haven't seen any file on that.
Well, it's gone from the desk.
Dr. Brooke.
just been speaking to my editor.
Oh, yes?
He's got a very soft spot for this hospital. Used to be his local. He sent me back to have a look at the old place, see how things have changed.
Right.
Are you busy right now?
I am a bit, yes.
Yeah, I don't suppose you junior doctors get much time for rest and relaxation.
No.
Rushed off your feet 18, 20 hours a day.
That's right.
It's no wonder mistakes happen.
Yes. No. I don't know about any mistakes.
No, I'm sure you don't. So knackered most of the time, you're not even aware of the mistakes.
Yes. No. I mean, I am aware.
What sort of mistakes?
What?
You said you were aware of mistakes being made.
No, I didn't.
Well, which is it? You're aware of mistakes or you're not aware?
I have to get these files to my senior surgeon straight away.
Yes, Mr. Regis. I expect if you keep him waiting, he'll kill you.
That's right.
Bit of a thug, is he?
No. He's a charming man.
What do you think you're doing, herring down the corridor at that speed? Extremely dangerous.
This is my first day back on my feet.
What's the point, getting back on your feet at your age?
Looking for someone, Rex?
I am waiting to remove a kidney stone from the patient you admitted this morning.
It's just 2 simple renal pelvic stones. We can break them up with lithotripsy.
Lithotripsy? You might as well try removing a kidney stone with Sonic the Hedgehog.
There's an excellent chance of success.
I can slice him up, whip them out, and tomorrow he can be wearing a new pair of cufflinks.
No, Rex, it isn't necessary. Why don't you put your machete away and go and have some lunch? I'll send Phil along to cut up your meat so there are no accidents.
And why don't you wrap your genitalia in silver paper and wave it about during a lightning storm?
They don't make a chocolate bar big enough, Rex.
Look, I have just about had enough, Rex. I've just about had enough breakfast this morning, so your kind invitation to lunch will be unnecessary. Thank you, Dr. Jensen.
Here's the x-rays you asked for, Rex.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Brooke.
Mr. Regis and I have just decided, after careful consultation, that surgery is not necessary in this case. Isn't that right?
Yes, surgery will not be necessary.
So, these can go back to Dr. Russell to arrange lithotripsy.
Yes.
Good.
Mr. Regis, I wonder if you could grant me a few minutes from your busy schedule.
Why not? I'm not operating on anyone at the moment.
I'll continue my rounds.
I'll come with you.
I appreciate you finding the time for me like this, Mr. Regis. I should imagine a surgeon like yourself must be very much in demand.
Oh, would you?
Yes, I expect these files are stuffed with cases where your talents have proved decisive in many life or death situations.
No, these are just our working files.
Oh, where are your past files?
Somewhere else.
Oh, I'll have to try and find them.
Yes. Why don't you?
No problem. I'll have a word with Dr. Jimpson, your superior.
What did you say?
Dr. Jimpson, he's above you, isn't he?
Dr. Jimpson is not above me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't quite worked out the hierarchy.
Dr. Jimpson is beneath me. I am the senior surgeon.
I just assumed when he overruled you...
Dr. Jimpson cannot overrule me.
No, I just assumed when he did overrule you...
Dr. Jimpson cannot overrule me.
But he passed over your case to the physician, Dr. Russell.
Yes, well, he would do, wouldn't he?
Why?
Why don't you ask her?
Where did you go?
I was just checking something.
Do you think he'll get anything out of Rex?
He can't. Rex swore an oath.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
Despite all his faults, his many faults, his enormous number of faults, Rex does still have some qualities.
He's human.
No, he's not human, obviously, but he is a doctor. And somewhere tucked away inside Rex is the memory of all those years ago of what it felt like to become a member of the profession.
Even Rex has some loyalty.
Even Rex. He just needed a little reminder. You know what they say? A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And Rex might have been tempted to settle a few scores.
Lead him to the files.
Even he won't find that place underground. As long as we all remember, we're in this together.
Oh, am I disturbing you?
No, not at all. Dr. Russell, isn't it?
That's right.
Well. Pretty as well as intelligent.
Please don't bother to play up to me. I'm one of the few women in the Western world to carry antibodies to cheap aftershave.
No offence. I didn't realise.
What?
You're married.
Oh, I see. If I'm not some eyelash-fluttering bimbo with highly worn knicker elastic who squirts her pheromones around the room like Hayes air freshener, I must be locked in a chastity belt with my masterful husband.
I apologise.
Oh, and not a lesbian either. I'm sorry to disappoint your enlightened readers.
It's none of my business.
Of course it's none of your business. What Dr. Jimson and I do in our spare time is completely irrelevant to our work.
It's all right. Your secret is safe with me.
It's not a secret. Why should it be a secret? We have a thing together. Is that especially sensational? Doctor has relationship with woman doctor. Hold the front page.
Yes, you might have something there.
What?
Well, there are a lot of distractions for doctors in this place. Attractive nurses all over the shop. How about doctors' temptations by man-grabbing angels of sex?
Oh.
What?
I could refute that proposition in a few scant words.
Oh, yes?
Yes, it so happens last night Dr. Jimson had the chance to sleep with a nurse. I saw her. She was young. She had a figure that was perfect. I left him with her. She obviously found him very attractive. I also happen to know he walked her home. And he swore to me that he didn't sleep with her.
Oh, yes.
And I trust him. I trust him completely. I'm so sorry to spoil your story idea, but in this place, trust still means something.
Well, I guess I'll have to find something else.
You certainly will. Oh, and by the way, you can look through those files until Kingdom Come and you won't find anything.
I don't suppose you could suggest somewhere else I might look?
I'm afraid that information is protected by something more powerful than you could possibly understand. It's called integrity.
Mr. Bolt, Mr. Donald Wilson is on the phone for you again.
Oh, hell. Donald, keep your underwear clean. Yes, I do. It's just going to take a bit of time, that's all. Well, you've got all that general stuff I gave you. You can fake up the pics. Look, you've got everything you need for the story except the facts. But it's going to take a bit of time, that's all. Well, I don't know. Look, Donald, have I ever let you down?
Excuse me?
Just a minute. Yes, Donald, I think I can get something.
Can you tell me how to get to optometry?
What's the matter? Are you blind or something? Sorry. It's that way.
Oh, thanks.
Donald, will you listen? Look, I'm working on it. Yes, all right. Oh, thank you very much. And you too.
Sorry, I'm on my break. Have you seen Dr. Jimson at all?
Now, you take care. And if you have any problems, just give us a ring in postnatal, OK?
Thanks, Doctor, and thanks for everything.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dr. Jimson,
Mr. Bolt.
I wonder if I could have an urgent word.
Still holding the front page, are they?
In private would be best, I think.
This way.
Thank you, Doctor.
Now, let's get straight down to it. We've all read your articles, and we all know what you're about.
I can see I underestimated you from the start, Dr. Jimson.
And don't soft-soap me. I'm not Rex. What do you want?
I think you know what I want.
Information.
Information is power, I think they say.
So they do.
My problem is, I don't seem to be able to persuade anyone in this place to cooperate with me.
I wonder why.
It's almost as if something was holding them back.
Oh, really?
I suppose I'd be wasting my time asking for a little assistance from you.
You would?
That's a pity. A real pity. Well, guess I'll have to call it a day.
That's smart thinking.
Oh, I nearly forgot. I believe this is yours, isn't it? A young nurse asked me to pass it on to you. It seems you left it at her place when you left this morning. I forget her name.
Sarah.
Sarah, of course.
Thank you. I think you know how it is.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. I've seen it all. And I'm sure the delightful Dr. Russell will be just as broad-minded as I am.
What do you want?
My paper is holding for a splash from me at the moment. You know, the sort of thing. Getting rather impatient for some facts, I'm afraid. Doesn't need much. One good case of gross incompetence from the files should do it.
One file.
I'm not greedy.
How do I know that's the end of it?
You have my personal guarantee. I'll look at one file and I'll leave this place without another word.
Can I have that in writing?
Don't see why not. Here we are. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Follow me.
Michael, what's happening?
I'm taking Mr. Bolt to the deep files.
What?
So, this is the place.
I can't believe you're doing this. What about our promise? What about the fellowship of the doctors?
Things change.
I suppose I might have known you put your own feelings before anyone else's. I never thought I'd see you do something like this.
Ah, here we are.
Thank you. April the 15th, 1978. Surgical procedure performed by Mr. Rex Regis.
Michael Jimson, you are beyond contempt.
Just shut up.
Patient was admitted with acute bleeding of the prostate, requiring immediate corrective surgery. Surgeon, incorrectly supposing a testicular tumour, also removed left testicle and replaced it with standard prosthetic. Patient recovered and left hospital unaware that his left testicle was now false. That's a sensation. We can just get hold of this poor schmuck.
There's more.
Huh? Huh. The patient, Mr. Donald Wilson, was never subsequently informed.
Mr. Bolt, your editor, Donald Wilson. He says he's waiting for some information. What shall I tell him?
Tell him we dropped a bollock.
My baby.